Beyond ARTV, beyond the reviews, it's time for another episode of 7 on Sunday. This week, we're doing the most memorable bass lines in music. I think that it's something that's absent from a lot of music these days, is having a really good structured and memorable bass line that gets stuck in your head. There's not necessarily a ton of like, oh wow, yeah, he's the bassist of the band and he's really important these days. And I think that it is a kind of a resurgence that's happening. Take Royal Blood, for example. That band is only a bassist and a drummer, and I would love to see more songs based around bass that aren't just people dropping the bass. There's an actual skill to playing the bass guitar, so let's go ahead and get started with Longview by Green Day. It's something that's definitely stuck in pretty much anyone who's ever heard the song's head. I know that it's on a lot of different top 100 lists for best bass lines of all time, and it's definitely in my top 7. The Burned Out Teenager's anthem is led by this dark and gloomy bass line that almost sounds like someone playing from a couch and just kind of bored, but at the same time it's very creative, gets stuck in your head, and it crashes into that huge chorus. You'll never forget it. Next up is Tear You Apart, the 2005 track from She Wants Revenge, a band that is no longer together, but they did have kind of a run from, I think it was 2004 to 2011, 3 or 2 studio albums. This being the first, I believe the self-titled record that this appeared on. Tear You Apart was their debut single, and it just set this dark, sinister tone that I could not resist. It was right around the time when I started getting into music and watching Fuse, and this was one of the first music videos I ever saw, and it's just very, very dark, and it fit with the song so well. The bass line did, and it fit with the music video. Boom, 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 boom. The next one is probably the most famous of all on my list, Under Pressure by Queen. Boom, boom, ba-da-dum, boom. Boom, boom, ba-da-dum, boom. Can anyone in the audience tell me which famous rap song that was actually sampled in? Anyone? It was Vanilla Ice's Ice, Ice, Baby, duh. Well, thank you, Belly. Anyways, on to the next track, because I'm sure you guys already all know Under Pressure by Queen. The next one on the list would be Sick Transit Gloria, Glory Fades by Brand New. This was a single from their 2003 record, which actually recently just reviewed. Check it out on my main channel, ARTV TV, if you'd like. That's something that actually just leads and carries this entire song. I don't think the song would be the same without that bass line at all. It's really the driving force, and in my opinion, my favorite thing about the song, besides the vocals. Next we have Hysteria by Muse, another song from 2003, this one off their album Absolution. This one is insane on the bass. If you've played the game Rock Band and you have this song as one of the downloadable songs, you can see just how intense this song is on the bass. It's something that I have mad props to their bassist for, because he is all over the place. A lot of their songs are like that, but this one just stands out in particular to me as one of the grooviest tracks that is just led by this barbaric attack of bass. 2 more to go. Next on the list is Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. It's the infamous boom, 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 that I think anyone who picks up the bass, it's probably their go-to track. It's one of my favorite White Stripes songs still, even though it has been played so much. It's one that never gets old to me, and something about the style and the feel of that song, the bass suits it perfectly. Finally, we get to the last song on my list, Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz. This one coming from their 2005 album, Demon Days. This one has kind of a chilled out, laid back feel to it, a very groovy and atmospheric bass line that actually adds so much to this song. I think if it was led by an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar, it just would not have the same dark and edgy feel to it that this song definitely has, and I think that's why it's stuck in so many people's minds to this day. Their biggest hit, and I think that'll probably always be a song that is loved and appreciated by any fans of Gorillaz or even David Albarn. What are some of your favorite bass lines of all time? Let me know in the comment section down below, along with your suggestions for future episodes of 7 on Sunday. Thanks for watching and hitting the like button on this episode. I will see you very soon right here on Beyond ARTV. Make sure you check me out on Twitter, Facebook, my main channel, and of course my new channel, ARTV Entertainment.